Hi everyone. Gonna go ahead and introduce today's workshop. My name is Genesis Chavez. I'm an intern at Polyclinical Services LLC. Today we're going to be practicing mindfulness for our body image and self-esteem. And just like you guys know, this is our body image and self-esteem live workshop, our little virtual workshop. Um, I'm so glad that everyone who's here is able to join me. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a couple more seconds to join and get all situated before we get started with today's workshop topic. Alrighty, awesome. And like I said, today we're going to be talking about mindfulness and how we can incorporate mindfulness for our body image and our self-esteem. I'm so glad you guys are able to join me. Like I said, I'm here in the Ouch Ouch group live every Monday and Thursday at 3:30 p.m. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to start with what mindfulness is. So mindfulness is a mental state characterized by being fully open and present, also engaged in the current moment, without having any judgment or attachment to any of your thoughts or emotions. It pretty much involves paying attention to what is happening in the present moment, both internally and externally. With It happens with with a sense of openness. Mindfulness is not about trying to empty or stop our minds or thought. It's more about observing these thoughts and emotions as they come up without getting stuck or caught up in them. So it allows us to respond to any situation with better clarity rather than to act on them. So like reacting in impulse, like based on other situations and other patterns that we've been dealing with. It is not something that needs to be achieved. It is a natural ability of our consciousness that can be cultivated and nurtured. So it is about learning to access and to embody this inherited capacity of awareness and to be present in our day-to-day lives by bringing clarity and peace to the situation. Um, so yeah, it's something that we all have. And, as we keep practicing mindfulness, it is something that we get better at. So, yeah, as we practice, it's something we can keep achieving and something that can be a lot more flirtatious. Alrighty, and right here in this next slide, I'm just going to talk about some types of mindful practices that we can use when we're dealing with our body image and our self-esteem. So one thing is mindful walking, breathing awareness meditation, body scan meditation, and mindful eating. So I'm going to go ahead and start by explaining what mindful walking pretty much is. So instead of walking on autopilot, just kind of like in your own world, and you just walking, kind of try noticing what type of movements your walking involves and pay attention to each step and sensation of movement that is happening in your body when you are walking. So this is pretty much what mindful walking is. And next we're going to talk about breathing awareness meditation. So what breathing awareness meditation is it pretty much helps you focus on every breath that's entering and leaving your body. So when you're taking deep breaths or when you're just practicing certain breathing techniques, you can use breathing awareness meditation and just focus on each breath that's entering when you're inhaling as well as when you're exhaling. And next thing we're going to do is talk about body scan meditation. So what body scan meditation does, it brings attention to sensations in different parts of your body. So for example, when you're sitting down and you are feeling something in your knee, or you're feeling something in your hip, or you're feeling something in your chest, you pay attention to whatever you're feeling in a certain part of your body. And lastly, the last practice that I'm going to be talking about that's very helpful is mindful eating. So, mindful eating pretty much helps us fully engage with the experience of eating, pretty much like noticing any type of taste, any type of texture without any distractions. So, for example, let's say we pick up a strawberry, we look at the strawberry, we see what the strawberry looks like, and you kind of just say it to yourself, or if you can also say it out loud what you see in the strawberry. And then once you're about to put it in your mouth, you kind of see, oh, what does the strawberry smell like? And then once it's in your mouth, you kind of feel those textures and kind of say to yourself what type of texture, what type of taste you're feeling when you're eating the strawberry, or with any type of food, really. Alrighty. And next, we're going to talk about how does mindfulness help with body image and self-esteem. So mindfulness can be very helpful when we're dealing with body image and self-esteem issues. Mindfulness helps individuals any individual that struggles with body image or self-esteem issues by fostering a deeper connection to their body, by helping them recognize sensations, emotions, and thoughts that are associated with body image in a very non-judgmental way. By observing these experiences without any criticism, we can mitigate the impact of the negative self talk, and this helps us develop a more balanced view of ourselves. Mindfulness also helps us equipped with tools to manage challenging emotions that might be related to our body image, emotions such as anxiety or shame, and this teaches us to acknowledge these feelings without being overwhelmed by them. Throughout self compassion, we can counteract any harsh self judgment by nurturing a more supportive inner dialogue that can contribute to us improving our body image and self esteem and our overall well being as well. Mindfulness can also contribute to improve body image and our overall well being. We can use mindfulness interventions um, that can show us to diminish dissatisfaction with our own body, just by restricting attention away from appearances and focus on more holistic sense of self-worth, and more fulfillment. Mindfulness empowers us to navigate our body image issues with a greater sense of resilience and more acceptance. Alrighty, and like I've said before, in this support group slash workshop that I am hosting, our body is a process, it is not a product. So, pretty much what this means is that our body image, dealing with our body image, does take some time. It is not something that we can, you know, fix right away if we're dealing with any type of body image or self esteem issues. So it is important to remember that. So one thing that we can do to remember these things, just remember that our body isn't, a process, isn't a product, but it's a process, is to check how we feel. Remember that looks aren't everything, and try to remember these three things that I'm going to talk about right now to break any type of cycle of pondering over our looks. So one thing is to check in how we feel with our emotions, or how we feel. Even if these emotions are very painful or very hard to feel, it's important to feel them and to understand them. Something else is to remember that this is a process. Dealing with body image issues and self esteem issues is a process, and this isn't something that's going to be fixed right away. It is something that takes time. And even if it does get fixed, there's always going to be a little something that's going to be there. But just try to remember it that this this is a process, okay? And next thing is always go back to your breathing. So, like talked about in our previous slides, our breathing awareness meditations can be very helpful. So, always try to go back to breathing when you're feeling any type of harsh or very difficult emotions when you are dealing with self esteem or body image issues. Also start to trust yourself, how you perceive the world, and just understand that you don't need to look for anyone for approval about the body and about your body image or about your self-esteem. All right, so that's it for today. I'm so glad everyone who's here was able to join us. I hope you guys learned something today about how to incorporate mindfulness when we're dealing with body image and self-esteem issues. And like I always say, I'm always here every week, Monday and Thursday at 3:30 p.m. And I hope you guys are here to join me again next week in our little live stream, our little body image and self-esteem workshop. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone who was joining us today. Now I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to see if y'all have any other questions. Alrighty, awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I hope everyone has a great rest of their week and enjoys their weekend. I'll see you guys again here next week. Bye.